Would you give the warmest and loveliest welcomes to Mr. Rick O'Connor himself, Brendan Fraser.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. What have we got today? Well, if you've been watching the channel for a while now, you probably know that I do enjoy the Mummy movies, and I would be very much up for a Mummy 4. Looks like it could be on the cards. There's a few people saying that Brendan Fraser welcomes the idea of a comeback to the franchise. I've heard that Rachel Weisz and The Rock are already up for it. It's just a matter of getting all the funds together, getting a script in place, get the gang back together.
We're putting the band back together.
And get that movie underway, because I think it's what people want to see. So having said that, I'm always on the lookout for new Mummy material. I want to bring more updates to yourselves. And obviously, I want to have the chance to see what is going on in that franchise. However, a few days ago, this happened. Couldn't believe me eyes and ears. That was only 4 days ago at the Prince Charles Cinema near Leicester Square in London. It's on Leicester Place. It's an independent cinema. It's only got about 400 seats. I think there's 300 velvet seats downstairs. There's about 100 seats upstairs, leather seats. And it puts on a variety of things. Let's have a quick look at their website. This is the Prince Charles Cinema on Leicester Place. It shows things like you've got Interstellar, Skinamarink, I've never heard of that, Brothers Bloom, In the Mood for Love. The Whale's still showing at the moment. This is Brendan Fraser's latest movie, his big comeback movie. Masters of the Universe there, you can see there. They also have Nosferatu's playing soon. The House of Flying Daggers, what an incredible movie. To be shown in 35mm on Sunday the 23rd of April, that's the day before my birthday.
Thank you.
So anyway, like we saw in the clip, Brendan Fraser rocks up to the Prince Charles Cinema dressed as Rick O'Connell. Let's have another look and see what he said.
Friday night in Leicester Square. I first started seeing films right across the street. I saw Star Wars in 1977, and it changed my life. It made me want to be in the movies. And I'm proud to stand before you tonight because this is a film that's made in Britain. You should know that. It was at Shepperton. We shot it in Morocco, and even the second one too.
He's such a humble guy, such an amazing guy. I love the guy to bits. Everybody seems to be having so much love for Brendan Fraser at the minute. I think we need to get a petition up and get this Mummy 4 thing underway. The whole world needs the Mummy right now.
We had no idea what kind of movie we were making. Didn't know if it was a drama or a comedy or straight ahead action, romance, horror picture, more action, all of the above. No idea until it tested in front of British audiences.
Mummy 4, bring it on. This is the latest piece of information that I tracked down. It was published only 6 days ago. Brendan Fraser might be down for the Mummy 4 if it can move towards production, but a traditional sequel isn't the best for anyone involved. What do they mean by that? Surely we just want a sequel. We just want to see O'Connell and we want to see Evie and Jonathan back on the silver screen, doing what they do best, fighting mummies and giving us action and adventure. It says Brendan Fraser has expressed interest in returning to make the Mummy 4, but a straight-up fourth movie in the franchise isn't what the O'Connell family needs. The first two Mummy movies were fun adventures. It showcased the charisma and talents of Fraser and his co-star Rachel Weisz. The third, by contrast, tried to make up for a lackluster script with more excess and was ultimately hamstrung by its predictability and lackluster CGI. Now, I thought that the third episode, if you want to call it that, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, didn't work for me because the son Alex was almost as old as Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser. He was only about 10 years younger, and it meant that they had him when they were 10 or 12 years old. It just didn't look right. The guy was trying to play, I think he was trying to play Alex at 21, but he was actually something like 28 or 29 years old. Didn't work for me at all. Plus, they brought in Maria Bello to replace Rachel Weisz, which never works for a lot of people. Rachel Weisz couldn't commit through, it was scheduling conflicts or something like that. So ultimately, it just became a really poor version of what we'd had previous.
Why am I laughing?
It never really sat well as a third movie. I don't know, it was like a thorn in your side kind of thing. It says there that it introduced new characters and settings in an attempt to create a new vibe and ruined the franchise instead, which that's probably why we didn't get a Mummy 4. It goes on to say the Mummy 4 won't work without a retcon, and I started to think, oh, what are they going to do now? Are they just going to absolutely obliterate the first 3 movies altogether? What's the thinking behind that? But no, apparently what the writer of this is trying to say is that they need to just write this movie. If they're doing Mummy 4, it needs to be a direct sequel to The Mummy Returns. And I'm 100% okay with that. As long as they can get the entire gang back together, I've got no problems with them retconning it. Do whatever you want. Go back to Egypt. I don't care who the mummy is, or even if it's something else. Fight Dracula for all I care. I don't care. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Bring it on. It mentions it there that the most important change between the second and third movies was recasting the wife of Fraser's Rick O'Connell. Maria Bello, she did her best, but she simply couldn't replicate the same kind of dazzling chemistry that existed between Fraser and Rachel Weisz. 100% agree. The Mummy 4 could return to the Egyptian roots of the original 2 movies. It wouldn't necessarily have to involve Imhotep. If they're going to do Mummy 4, then by all means, retcon. Make Mummy 4 Mummy 3. Simple, or just give it a new title. But as far as Brendan Fraser is concerned, he's a legend. Take a look at some more footage from the Prince Charles Cinema.
Who else has seen the film here tonight? Okay. Is there anyone who has not? Outstanding! The guy gets the girl. Rachel Weisz, John Hannah, Arnold Vosloo, Oded Fair. Enjoy them all. I won't take any more of your time. Have a great night. If you get a chance, check out The Whale on February 3rd. Thank you. Good night.
Brendan Fraser there just comes across as such an absolutely legendary guy. He's so humble and so thankful that people have put him and placed him where he is today. I know he had quite an exciting career at the outset, and then it went downhill, and he left the industry for various reasons I won't go into. And now he's trying. He is making a comeback. He's made. Sounds like, yeah. Excuse the pun, but he's made huge waves with The Whale, the movie The Whale. People are just flocking to him, and rightly so. He's such a nice, humble guy. I must say though, if I was in that crowd in that theatre, this is what I would have shouted. Definitely, 100%, I would have shouted this out.
O'Connell! It looks to me like I've got all the horses!
Just to see what his reaction would have been. I bet he would have come back with the lines.
Hey, Benny! Looks to me like you're on the wrong side of the river! Shit.
Well, can you imagine sitting in that auditorium waiting for the movie to start? Apparently it was back-to-back Mummy and Mummy Returns, so like 4 hours of just O'Connell on screen. It's shown in the 35mm print as well. And then Rick O'Connell himself, actually dressed as Rick O'Connell as well. He had all the gear on. Absolutely, I would have lost my mind. I would have just been a puddle on the floor. I would have just been a mess. But come on, Brendan, get this underway. Get the Mummy 4 on the cards. Get it shot. Get it into cinemas. And I'll tell you what, I bet it does $1 billion. But any money it does $1 billion, because the amount of shite that we're getting at the minute is just off the charts. And we need some Rick O'Connell and Evie back in our lives. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.
And keep your powder clean.